All right, greetings everybody. Hope you all are having a wonderful day. Morning, evening, afternoon, whatever time it is, whatever part of the galaxy you happen to be in. Hope you're making it a great day. We're going to try to get through this GAC on Loquitur today. Got a pretty tough matchup, and if I can make good use of my Vader datacron, we might have a chance. If not, might get a little dicey, but we'll have to see how it works out. We might be okay anyway. We'll see. Myth 3 Torquato says, hello DL, greetings from the old continent. JML with revive, no problem. Well, I don't have the revive part on the datacron. I've just got the reset. We could go take a look at that though, because I don't know if I have enough datacron materials now to do the final push. Let me check here. So we've got 8 levels on this, and I did not have enough materials to unlock the last one. Look at that. We've got 120 of these bad boys now. We can try to unlock this and see if we get lucky. Okay, here we go. Unlock. We got the Lord Vader max health. That's not doing us much good. Looks like we've got one reroll for 800k. Drum roll. Here we go. What do we get? First time Darth Vader is defeated, they're revived with 100% health, gain protection over time. This seems pretty good. That's the one we want, I think. There we go. We got that datacron finished. Got a bunch of dodge up here. Resistance, penetration, accuracy, special accuracy, critical avoidance. I don't know if we want to reroll any of this stuff. Oh, we don't have materials to reroll it anyway. Let's dismantle this. Nah, just kidding. Alright, well, there we go. We'll have that for next round. JMK is very hard. They'll have the tenacity up. And yes, that's the one you want, says Arva. Well, the the situation I'm in, it looks like the opponent put down 2 GLs for me on defense with a pretty light defense otherwise. So we got the Luke up top, and we got the JMK down bottom with Cat. I don't think that I need to beat both of them if he's done playing. But he basically cleared one zone, got to my ships, dropped a battle against Executor, which means he might be done. But he didn't even play any battles here. Did not even try against my JMK. So the question is, with both of these GLs, I don't think he has anything that's going to challenge my JMK. So I feel like as long as we do better on ships than he did, we should be okay. But I want to give that Vader-cron a chance. So I think Sith Eternal against Jedi Master Luke probably works. And the question is, can Vader do anything against JMK? The answer's probably no, but got to give it a try, right? I did switch guilds to one with 100 million more GP, says Mithri. So even if we lose TW, there's a free droid brain every time. Sometimes you have to do the hard choices. Yeah, it can be hard to leave your guild, even when you know it's the right thing to do. I mean, you do become kind of attached to the people in your guild and the people around you. For sure. All right, so let's waste a little bit of time first. Although I gotta say, guys, the amount of likes that we've got is pretty sad. Pretty sad. I feel like we gotta put Grandma Maud up here. She's gonna beg for some likes for a minute. Try to get those going so that we can push the stream up a little bit. Alright, let's see if there's an account review we can do. Mess around a little bit before we get into this Grand Arena. Wait for a couple more people to show up at least. Let's see. Who do we have over here? We've got Blarba. Kyber Dragon Crate. Not sure that this is going to be an active account. 1.8 million. Carbonite. With a fleet placement of 108. Yeah, I feel like that account probably has stopped playing. Let's check another one here. Okay. This account looks active. Darth Akuma. Doesn't look like a name I'm familiar with, but okay. All right. So let's take a look at Darth Akuma. 3.8 million galactic power. 1.7 in ships. 2.1. That's nice. Lots of ships. Happy to see that. In terms of his ships, he's got this finalizer. Pretty good on offense, not so great on defense. Malevolence is the only capital ship here. By the time you get to 4 million galactic power, you should have at least both of those ships unlocked. I feel like if this is the state of your malevolence, then maybe... I don't know what you're spending your Get 2 on, but probably need to focus up on getting that Malevolence and Negotiator. Finalizer at 6 stars. Some of the pilotless ships are okay. Vulture droid still needs some work. Got the Millennium Falcon going. Looks like Executor is coming, right? We got Houndstooth, Slave 1, IG 2000, all at Relic, Imperial Tie at Relic, so Executor next. Must be the current journey that we're working on. Has SLKR in the account. Vader, the Journey Rex, Darth Revan's in here. Enfys Nest at Relic, that's always nice. Got the Omicron on the First Order TIE pilot. That's fantastic. Alright, so it's basically SLKR into Executor. That's pretty solid. That's pretty solid. Yeah, but I do feel like parking the Malevolence at 5 stars and getting the Negotiator started would be good advice. Even with the Executor incoming. Yeah, so in that regard, there's not a lot to say, right? So that's like one of the best starting journey pairs that you can do. Stabilize the account, go for SLKR, go into Executor. You get your Galactic Legend, your big capital ship. Set up pretty well. Check out mods. See how they've been doing on mods. 335 with Piet. Not too bad. Fastest non-GL character. Ooh, it drops to 285 on Bosk, though. Tenacity, protection. Defense isn't horrible on Bosk, but this for sure should be protection instead of tenacity. Not too concerned about tenacity with Bosk. He has some cleanse mechanics. Speed and protection. 277 on Grief Karga. Plus 105. That's a nice one. 21 speed there. 8 speed. 10. Yeah, could definitely do with more mods. So I've seen accounts like this before, and I've worked with people before on mods specifically. And when I see this account, and when I see what these mods look like, and there's a lot of these 2-roll mods that are 8, 10 speed that are gold. I call that slicing syndrome. Yeah. So slicing syndrome is when you have this impression or this idea that slicing is really good. And some people get these mods that have 9 speed, and they slice them to blue, and they still have 9 speed, and they slice them to purple, and they still have 9 speed, and they slice them to gold, and they just keep trying to hit speed. And my advice is always, if you don't hit the 3rd roll in speed by the time a mod is already blue, there's no reason to take a 9-speed mod like this to purple or to gold. Now, I understand that sometimes you get a gold mod and you put effort into the gold mod and you get 8 speed and that's it. So maybe the mod started with 5 speed and only got 1 hit and it was 3. That can happen. But when you see a lot of gold mods like that, when you see that just several of the characters have these gold mods like that, that makes me think that they prioritize slicing over getting new mods. And you guys know from my point of view, slicing these mods is low benefit, right? I love this mod, right? 2 hits get 11 speed. But if that was a green mod with 11 speed, I'd hit it to blue. If it didn't hit, I would hit it again. If it went to purple, I certainly wouldn't make it gold. 11 speed is worth that hit to purple. But if it doesn't hit, the mod's just done. And then I'm going to spend my resources looking for another good mod. People ask me all the time, like, what's the balance? And with the new changes to mods, I kind of rebalanced things. I farmed up a lot of slicing materials. And in the end, I've just gone back to the same thing. And it's about a 5-to-2 ratio. So if anybody's looking for just a kind of a thumb in the wind concept, just farm new mods 5 days a week and farm slicing materials 2 days a week, and that'll be about the right balance. All right, let's catch up on chat. Benny Lau says, "Hey Dale, nice to catch your stream again. Question, what speed range would you suggest for armor with C?" I would suggest the speed range of, so either make her really fast by herself, or you need to have Thrawn. And you want to have Thrawn at, I'm going to say like 320 if you can get him there. And then basically Thrawn is going to pass the turn to armor her and let her do her thing. So against SLKR matchups, then the key is to have a tank that's big enough that on that initial poke, it'll trigger the third stack on the armorer, so they'll take a bunch of damage without dying and trigger that third stack. Then if Thrawn's the next character to act, pass it over to armor, put the armor on C, and you're good to go. So if you put the armorer around 300 and Thrawn around 320, that gives you the flexibility to either pass the turn when you need it, or you can wait for the armorer's turn. And there's some matchups where, like, she won't have triggered the third stack yet, so you kind of want to wait until another character on the opposing team goes and try to activate that third stack before your first turn. So that's kind of how I look at it. You know, pair her up with Thrawn, and between the two of them, put them in that speed range of 300 to 320, so you have some options of when your armor goes. Armor should be 21 speed faster than Thrawn. So you want the armor faster than Thrawn? I mean, if you could explain why 21 speed faster than Thrawn, I'd appreciate hearing the explanation. I assume because Thrawn gets 20 speed from... Oh, I see what you're saying. So if you have the Sith Eternal Emperor and the armor doesn't get the third stack, if she's 1 speed faster than Thrawn, you take her turn, you get the armor, Thrawn passes the turn back to her again, and she can apply it. So in that case, you don't even need to trigger the armor. I got you. So what you're saying is 21 speed faster. She goes. Thrawn gets 20 speed from Sith Eternal, so it'll be 1 speed apart acting, and then you can do the third stack with the armor. Yeah. That's a pretty good setup. Yep. Jasper says, how do I request a roster review? I could really use one. I'm debating on C or JML after JMK. So there's 3 ways to get an account review. One is to sign up in the database, which takes forever. And the second way is just to join the Patreon group. The link to the Patreon stuff is in the description down below. My Patreon's $4 a month. It's not a whole lot. It gets you access to a special set of channels in the Discord. And if you come over there, the other Patreons are a pretty good group of people. There's an Ask Loquitur channel within the Patreon group. There's an account review channel. So once you're a Patreon, you just put your stuff over there and I'll get to it pretty quickly. And, the other Patreons could help you too. And then the last way to do it is just to, go on the Discord and just go in general chat and say, hey, does anybody have any advice? And surely people will respond and say something to help you out, or at least give you things to consider, right? I'm debating on C or JML after JMK. Right now, C is on my bottom tier of GL list. I'm not recommending C to anyone, simply because I don't feel like he's in a good place in the game as far as competitiveness. So that one's easy. I would definitely say JML, just because C is off the list of good things to do. And it's just because of Conquest mostly. I mean, C is he's really sad in Conquest. He can win fights, but it's really hard for his teams to get 3 stars. And especially because anything that dies can't be resurrected anyway, so you can't do funny little tricks. So in Conquest, he's not that great. In territory battles, he's not that great. He's okay in PvP, territory wars, GAC. He has a place and a purpose. But for the rest of the game, he's just so lackluster that like every other GL does well in those game modes, and he's just kind of left on the outside. In normal, in Conquest normal, he can solo a bunch of stuff. In Conquest hard, everything just hits so hard that, like, if you fight clones or like First Order, the First Order hits so hard in hard Conquest that, like, C won't even get a turn. They'll go faster than him, they'll all take turns, and they'll just kill him before he even gets to take a turn. It's insane. So, yeah, C is on the S list for me. Not the S tier list, the other S list. Investing in mods is overrated, in my opinion, says Ray Ray. You need to mod certain teams very well, but you can get good enough mods at very little investment. Mods have diminishing returns with respect to your teams. Ooh, them's fighting words, Ray Ray. Them's fighting words. Yeah. No, I want to just give perspective to the mod thing. So, if you get to Kyber 1, the difference between you winning and losing most of your battles in Kyber 1 comes down to two things. Your mods, and whether or not you've been willing to invest in datacrons. And you see that time and time again, that relic levels, mods, and datacrons define the wins and losses more than strategy or, you know, playing instincts or whatever you want to call it at the highest level. So if you don't pay attention to mods, if you don't have 22 teams that are modded with fantastic mods, you're going to be stuck in Kyber 2 for the rest of your natural life. So the idea that mods aren't important while you're rising up through GAC, and, you know, really, up to Kyber, only 2 or 3 of your teams are important. Your biggest defense has to hold. Your biggest offensive team has to be able to beat something. And then 1 or 2 other teams that you have to have modded really well. And you can just keep going. You can go through Chromium, you can go through Erodium, you can get to Kyber. Once you get to Kyber, mods start to matter. And if you've slacked off on your mods and you've only built 4 teams worth of mods, you're going to find yourself behind in a battle where there's no way for you to ever catch up in a way that's relevant. So any player who's not constantly working on mods and struggling and stressing to get the best mods they can get, eventually will run out of runway. And this is not my opinion. This is fact. I mean, if you go talk to Playbook, you go talk to the guys who play at the very highest level of competition in GAC, I don't think there's a single one of them that would say, well, you know, I wish I hadn't spent so much time and effort on mods. They will all tell you, yeah, I lost that matchup because of mods. I mean, he had a 359 speed shock T with, you know, that was that fast with a crit avoidance arrow. You know, what am I supposed to do? So, I mean, little stuff like that, subtle stuff where the Triumvirate's another example. I mean, the Triumvirate's such a good team. And the difference between having a well-modded Triumvirate and a poorly modded Triumvirate is astonishing. Like, if you took Relic 5 Triumvirate and modded them with bad mods, they would feel like why did I even mod these characters? Like this is stupid. I don't care. They're horrible. You put good mods in those characters, and suddenly they're taking down some of the most problematic teams in the game. So, yeah, mods are the long game. They're the long game, right? And you're right. Somewhere in the middle, where Darth Loquitur is right now in Kyber 4, as long as your mods are good enough, it's good enough. But I'm telling you, by the time you get to Kyber 1, you know, my main account, I thought I had pretty fantastic mods. I've got like, an 8.7 mod score in Omega, something like that. And, yeah, generating that advantage only, for me, only levels the playing field. It's tough. All right, let's go catch up. How many people here at the highest level in the top 100 of Kyber 1? Yeah, but Ray, you have to play as if you're going to be there someday. That's what I'm saying. I mean, if you don't want to spend that much time and effort on mods, you don't have to. But eventually it will catch up to you. Some counters work because of how they're modded. The mods are something you have to start early. Ray says, if you're at 4 million GP in Kyber 5, you need teams, not mods. If you're at Chromium 5, you need teams, not mods. No, I agree with you. I don't disagree with that at all. In terms of needing teams. I just think it's an and instead of not. You need teams and mods. You know where the Loquitur account's at right now? I need teams and mods. Need both. Datacrons definitely devalue the impact of mods, yet I can assure you that mods are still the difference between winning and losing, says Pavoni Fans. Arva thinks that datacrons make mods even more important. Yeah, I mean, in a way, I see what you're saying, because, like, if you put a datacron on bad characters, it makes up for having bad mods. If you put a datacron on characters that are already modded well, then it just takes it out of the opponent's reach. It takes it into, the GL level of play, and that's it for your opponent. Let the Wookiees win, says my 3 million GP account wouldn't be in Erodium 3 without good mods. Nice, 3 million GP Erodium 3, that's fantastic. Jaxic says, my main is in Erodium 3 with no GLs, and the only reason is that I have Executor and solid modded core teams. Nice. Arvis says the stuff you can do with a combination of good mods and datacrons is insane. What's a good speed for Padme and Anakin? Ethan, it depends on how you're using them. So having Anakin a little faster, if you're using him in a Qui-Gon team, can be good, because that speed also then converts to more offense. Otherwise, you typically don't care so much about his speed and you just want him to hit as hard as possible. Offense mods, crit damage, triangle, stuff like that. With Padme, if you're using the Padme team, and especially if you're using it for Darth Revan, there's two different ways that you want to consider modding it. And if you're going to make fast Padme, then she needs to be up around 310. If you're going to make slow Padme, then she needs to be down around 260. So the two different versions of the Padme team are either she goes fast enough to act early in the turn and get her team going and protected, or in the Darth Revan counter especially, there's some value in being slow enough that the Darth Revan and the Bastila get to go and put all their debuffs on you, and then she'll take her turn, use the middle skill, and convert those debuffs into tons of stacks of courage, and then you just cut through the Darth Revan team. So that's my thoughts on Padme. You either want her to be fast enough to be fast Padme, or go ahead and slow her down and just make her tanky. In my mod series, I did show the math, and I know it's counterintuitive. You do want health main stats all over Padme, but if you put the defense sets, it actually makes her and her team even more durable. Even though they have percent protection based on percent health, adding that extra defense does a lot. It does a lot. And I understand that there's now datacrons that have defense penetration and makes that math real hard to predict. But yeah, health sets or defense sets if you want her slow, or a speed set and a health set, or a speed set and a defense set if you want her fast. Those are my thoughts. Datacrons like the 25% turn meter Give lazy people the speed that most of us spent years farming mods for. Yeah, but it comes and goes, right? You get those datacrons for a little while and then they go away and you're back to where you started. Mods are forever. Mods are forever. Ray Ray says, sure, the high end you need super mods, but I'm not talking about poorly modded teams. I'm talking about well modded teams as opposed to super modded teams. I think there's a balance, right? So some people absolutely hate working on mods. And if you hate that part of the game, I mean, do enough to be competitive and that's it. If you see, I love that part of the game. I love the game within a game that is trying to get the best mods with the resources that we're given. So, I mean, I have fun with it. I like playing with mods. I like modding and remodding and working on mods and trying different things. And yeah, so, I mean, from my point of view, it's a fun little mini game within the game. If you hate it, then yeah, I'm not sure. You just got to manage your participation in here. We're getting to the point where we have to take a look at some of these gold mods that didn't get the 5th speed roll, and we're getting enough of these the attenuators that I think the logical thing to do is start hitting some of these with the 2nd calibrate. Mon Mothma has a 21 speed mod. Man, there's just a lot of these mods that I got that never hit the 5th speed. And that's going to be one that doesn't hit it either. We can calibrate one more mod while we're in here. Let's take a look. See what there is. That one I think we've already tried. This one we've already tried. I felt like I sorted those by speed, but I guess I didn't. Alright, so let's 23, look at this, 23 speed and 4 hits. Yeah, I'm pretty sure we've tried to calibrate that one twice. 22 speed on 4 hits, that one I'm sure, yeah, we've done. We've done just about all these really good ones. Tried to calibrate them at least once. Some of them we've tried to calibrate twice. So we're going to have to start coming back around and hitting the 25s here soon. That one we just did. That one we've tried. This one we haven't. 20 speed, 4 rolls on my Shakti. We can re-roll defense. See if we can recalibrate this. Oh, get 6. Get 6. I'll take 5. I'll take 5. Keep changes. How can people not think that mods are fun? I mean, look at that. Look at that. We got some streamer luck. Got some streamer luck. 5 more speed on Shakti now. Hey DL, I have a 5.6 million GP account with SLKR, JMK, Executor, Malgus, Gas, Revens, and so on. At the moment, I'm farming for Starkiller. Which 3rd GL would you recommend? I mean, if you want the profundity, JML profundity is like a nice little package. SLKR, JMK, Malgus, Gas, Revens. Honestly, if there's 2 routes that I would go. Seriously. I would either take Rey, because she's one of the older GLs. She's like the easiest to build. If you got Malgus, you're probably going to have that new Kylo, the Ben Solo. I would either build Rey because it's like the quickest, directest route to getting a 3rd GL in your account. I would do JML Profundity package if I wanted to do that. Or I would go into Lord Vader. Because building Bad Batch isn't bad. Finishing out your clones isn't bad. You've already got gas. You probably got the clones finished. And I still feel like Lord Vader's a pretty good character. Yep. So those are your three options. It would be hard for me not to pick Rey, because with how much income your account has, where you're at, it would just be so easy to build her and have your third GL and then go from there. Arva Blood Spirit says, catching up on mods just doesn't happen. That's funny. Clue Dog says, I rarely farm mods, 6.9 million. I've got 18 tunes over 300, 3 over 350. Sometimes I need a specific mod, but you get so many free mods from events. But imagine if you're doing all that and mods. I mean, on my main account, I was doing the 50 refreshes and the 100 refreshes every day, farming mods, and I still felt like I wasn't getting enough. More. Yeah. Clue Dog says, I prefer farming slicing materials. Well, I mean, if you feel like you're getting the quality of mods that you want and that your system works, I'm not going to argue with you. The results sound like you've got pretty good stuff. Salon says, I just had a pretty easy GAC. Had about the same amount of teams, but my mods were better and I one-shot everything. They dropped the battle and quit. Arva says, basically my CLS with a great datacron did kill GLs because I also had very good mods on it. Same for my Malgus team. Ray says, at lower GP, the immediate return on investment on mods is poor. If it pays off in the end, you get there, but not in the short term. You can get good enough mods with 0 mod refreshes. Yeah. Well, Ray, I respect your opinion. I really do. And I don't mind that people talk about it, but I would not recommend. I would definitely not recommend not doing mod refreshes. I would recommend to everybody to do 3 mod refreshes before you do 3 fleet refreshes. The most important refreshes that you can do every day, let's be honest. If you were to say, I only get 150 crystals a day, I would do 1 refresh on regular energy, and I would do my 100 refresh on Cantina. Getting some Cantina refreshes every week, like 1 a day would be 7, but I do 3 a day when it's every energy and Cantina energy objective day. So, but getting those Cantina refreshes is critical. It really is critical. So I think getting at least 1 a day on those is important. And then mod energy, just mod. I can't get enough of it. I love it. To find good enough mod score, I think the Omega team came out and said basically that 3 is already a good mod score. I know a lot of the Inquisitors, the people that I talk to, are looking for like 6 as kind of like the baseline of what good looks like. So they want to be above 6. But I think for the average, like, let's say, not ultra competitive player, anything over 3 is already good. But I've had opponents before where I've run their mod score just out of curiosity, and I'll be like, ooh, this person's got bad mods, and their mod score will be like 0.72. So, I mean, if you got a mod score like that, that's no good. Darth Glizzy says some counters don't need very good mods because how team mechanics. Iden versus Mon Mothma is an example, but good mods definitely make it easier. Well, let's take like a Geo team versus Traya. So a Geo team will just kill themselves against Traya, but you still have to have a well-modded character to absorb all the hits while the Geos kill themselves. Whether it's Enfys Nest or some other character, you need to survive that. So, I mean, that's an example where the mechanics do all the work, but you still need some kind of mods. Arva says there's no good enough mods. There simply isn't. Yeah. Yeah, I agree with Arva. I mean, it doesn't matter. If I had a mod score of 11, I'd still be doing the same thing, looking for a mod score of 13. I mean, I don't think I would ever be happy or be done. If you face against a 5 million player that did a few refreshes on mod energy, and you also did 5 million and did 4 or 5 refreshes every day, you'll absolutely destroy the guy. Yeah, that's right, Zoran. That's how I think so. Ray says you'll be ahead in other areas where you would not have been if you reinvest the crystals elsewhere. It's not a matter of do you want better mods or worse mods. Yeah. Saka says dude is just trolling the group. No, I don't think Ray's trolling the group. I think Ray genuinely has a resource about a resource management. And, you know, it's some people just don't like the mod game. I love it. I love playing with mods. So I'm blessed in that regard that I think it's important, and also I like messing with it. I like micromanaging my mods. All right. We're going to skip over some of the mod stuff here. Just talking about how the investment pays off or not with mods. Yeah. All right. Well, we've said our opinion on mods, and I think, you know, with regards to the chat, you know, do be open-minded. Ray has a different opinion, and that's okay. I mean, it's okay for him to have a different opinion, and the math, according to him, he's got some facts that he believes are true, which is to say that, you know, if he spends those resources on something other than mods, that gives him an advantage in other areas of the game. There's a logic to it. There's something to his argument. There's a reason why he believes it to be true. So I would ask that everybody just respect that. You know, don't be derogatory just because he has a different point of view. Try to get in some fleet battles here real quick, and then we're going to run into the GAC. See what we can get done. See if these battles actually load and clear this time. I don't want to get hung up like we did last time. Is that stuff all fixed, guys? Are they still having any problems with that, or is that all behind us? That's all been reworked. Hopefully it's all been reworked. Go over to the Abtisio account, do a fleet battle over here. Just getting top 10, so I think we'll actually take this easiest battle possible. All right. Got to work our way through this TIE echelon first. Get some buzz droids over there. Yeah, let's clear this. I think we just put it in auto at that point and let it go. Finalizer team, not so good on defense. Great on offense when you're controlling it. Not so good on defense. There's only one rule when you're fighting against the finalizer. Everybody knows what it is, right? Do not tickle the TIE silencer. It'll start one-shotting your ships if you're not careful. Either avoid hitting it or go all in and get it killed. Alright, let's try to collect our daily quests for the day here. Some of y'all have probably seen me do this before, where I just go into a battle for squad, and if I don't want to play or don't have time to play, I just forfeit it. You don't have to win the battle. You don't even have to try. All you have to do is have entered the battle and used up one of your instances of squad arena, and you get the objective. Quick and lazy way to get your objective done for the day so you can get all your loot. All right, let's get into the GAC over here on Loquitur. We'll clean up all these objectives. Take our income for the day. Then we'll get in here and we'll see if we can beat a JMK. All right, so viewing the current round, we're against Captain America. Oh, let's go look at the last round real quick. So I predicted it would be a loss. It worked out more or less like I expected. He did get through my JMK and cleared more stuff than I could. Did get hung up on fleets, but by then it's too late. Lost all of the character zones. Hey, while we're talking about this, we got an active chat today, so I want to pose a question to the chat. So here it comes. Here's the question. Can you build a good GAC based account with no fleets at all? Like 0. So that's the question. Because I was looking at some stuff. And I started thinking, if you just didn't do ships, like ever, like no ships, 0 ships, 0 effort on ships, to the extent that you just say, I'm not interested in fleet arena, I'm not going to get those crystals, I don't care, I'm just not going to build ships. On one hand, you lose out on crystals. But if you look at the long term on an account, honestly, if you didn't invest anything in fleet anyway, and you would have invested in characters, the crystals that you get out of fleet, conceptually, you could just say, I'm never going to spend anything on fleet, so I don't need those crystals anyway. Then you go into Grand Arena, and you set up 2 good defensive teams here and here, block the whole thing up. As you make your way to Kyber, you're only building teams, you're not building ships. So you get like 4 good teams here, 4 good teams here, and your opponent can't clear a zone ever. So ships are irrelevant. Don't need them for defense, don't need them for offense. You just leave that zone. You don't care about your opponent's ships. You don't plan to beat them at all. You just come in here and beat their characters with your characters. And they never fight your ships. You never fight theirs. What do you think? Viable strategy? Zetas is a big point. Well, I mean, we're going to build enough to do the Zeta challenges, guys. Come on. We're not going to... Yeah, I mean, you'd have to build enough to do the Zeta challenges, for sure. You don't want to give away the free loot. I'm just saying, like, we don't build Negotiator, Malevolence, Executor, Profundity. We just, none of that stuff. Assume that we're not going to just throw away Zetas. We'll still get some fleet placement. So the amount of fleet currency that we get is going to be a lot less. You know, it'll take us longer to work our way through anything in the shop. But remember, we'd only be buying characters over here. We're not buying too many ships. Because we're not doing ships. It's not about GAC, it's about diversifying income. You need those ships to have competitive income. Need the character shards on fleet nodes. Okay, guys. All right. So, let's say we do this in a way that's not ridiculous. Okay. We're going to unlock fleet battles. We're gonna get over here to 5, whatever. I'm just saying, we're not going to invest in Executor. We're not going to invest in Profundity. We're not going to build a big Galactic Republic fleet. All the GP that we have in ships is going to be not ships. So when people scout us, they're going to look at us. We're going to have like 4 million in characters and 1 million in ships. You wouldn't be able to get gas. You could live without gas, right? So I had experience with an account that was very character focused versus fleet focused, and I can tell you it was not that competitive in GAC. Alex says, "Yo, DL, how you doing?" Doing all right. What are you going to do with your fleet credits? Just mods? Yeah, I mean, this fleet building materials could be used in the mod store instead of building ships. I think you'd be successful to a certain point, but eventually you'd face people who can clear whatever you put on defense. Especially now with the new system, it's even less good. All right, so you guys are just, you're killing my idea. You're saying no. You're just giving me the big X. X marks the spot. Not going to do it. All right. It was just a thought experiment. But there are still some systems. There's some people out there, like the GAC Center and stuff like that, where they do still report wins and in some way base that on your galactic power. If you did an account like that, basically by the time you get to 5 million galactic power, you probably have 3 million in ships. You could have 5 million in galactic power and only 1 million in ships. And instead of a 7.5 million, 8 million account, you'd only have a 6 million account. So you'd basically be able to fool the stats on people that care about galactic power. And if anything ever does change to rationalize things based on galactic power, you'd be in a different position, right? I don't know. Again, just something I was thinking about. Yep, just something I was thinking about. You could go for one big fleet like Executor and then ignore ships, but you probably couldn't ignore them entirely. Alex says he's going to drop into K5 so he can fight me. I'll fight anybody. I'll fight anybody, who, especially people who make it fun. Well, you could try. It would be fun to see you suffer skipping fleets. Well, if you want to have a look at a fairly character-heavy account, just look at Chagrin's account. All right. Well, let's get into this GAC. So Captain America here has 2.8 in ships, 4.3 in characters. Does have a 7-star Executor that we can see right there right away. So we can expect that Executor probably on defense. There's Malevolence and Negotiated. Malevolence is only 6 stars, so that's interesting. Does have the Finalizer, but not built up. So, I don't know. I feel like he's a bit ahead of us, but not too far ahead on ships. 2 GLs with Kenobi and Luke. And we got Skywalker, we got Revans, Malik, all the stuff. CLS team, of course. Bunch of Relic. HK is in there, Wampa, Droideka, a bunch of stuff like that to fill out his teams. Malik down here at Relic 3. Man, every time I see this, I twitch. Like, why would you build all of these teams and build Malik and only put Malik at Relic 3? Anytime I see him below Relic 5, actually, anytime I see him below Relic 7, I always think to myself, it's just a missed opportunity. That character's so good. He's probably good enough at Relic 3, but make him even better at Relic 7. Okay, not too many surprises down here. Does have the triumvirate. I guess he's going for Jabba. Jabba the Hutt next. Gonna learn to speak some Huttese. Though he does have a relic fin randomly. It's interesting. Hero Poe. Did he start building resistance and then change his mind? This is weird. Let's look at his resistance. I'm just curious about the account. No, he's just got that fin, his fin and resistance Poe. And then he's almost got resistance. I guess he's building Rey? I guess he's building Rey. Let's look at the Hutt cartel here for just a second. Maybe he's building Rey and then changes his mind? Doesn't look like he's working on these characters' star levels, though. I don't know. Interesting. Always interesting to see what people have decided. All right, but anyway, a couple million GP more than us. We know that he put down kind of a weak defense, capped it with JML. And then same thing down here. Pretty weak defenses. And then JMK. So I feel like C against the JML is a pretty good matchup. I feel like we're going to win that one. So I kind of want to just play that out, win that, and then mess around with the Vader datacron against JMK. Or should I throw the Vader datacron here, and if I manage to pull out a win, then I can go back in and try Sith Eternal against his JMK. Let's see. Does the initial tenacity up come from the leadership? Let's see. Jedi and Old Republic gain speed at the start of the... Okay, Jedi gain tenacity up. So the tenacity up is not going to be relevant because he's not in the lead. So what do you guys think? Should I throw the Vader in here and see what happens? Blackbird says, you mean you can impress Elliot Hopewell with your low galactic power? No, I don't think I have to impress Elliot Hopewell. You'll feel the wrath of my R6 Wampa and Malik, says Alex. Nice. Arva says, every time I see Malik, anything below R8, I'm sad. Interceptor says, I never liked ships even before GA started. The gear grind I knew was real. Skipping ships has worked for me. A great pilot is better than a bad ship. Interesting. Does anybody know a gas counter that isn't expensive? Yes. The Bounty Hunter team with Aura Singh lead. Basically, even with pretty low-level Bounty Hunters, if you can get their speed high enough with either Zam Wesell or with a good version of that with Moff Gideon, you can use the Disintegrate and quickly get rid of gas and then clean it up with another team. That's a cheap way to kill gas himself. Usually turns it into a two-shot. CLS works, but if you don't have a really good CLS team, then you're going to struggle. So if you're trying to do it with like a Relic CLS and the rest of them at gear 11, probably not going to take out gas. Surely need what? Yeah, no, what I'm debating here, guys, what I'm debating is whether or not to use the Sith Eternal Emperor or whether to try Darth Vader here. I want to know, what do you guys think of using the Darth Vader datacron here? Putting together a relic team with Vader and just trying to hit through this team with datacron. If Yoda gets to go and he does battle meditation and puts tenacity up, then we're probably going to struggle with that at that point, right? Vader might not work. Ability block's going to wreck you. TK says try it for science. You know what? What we're going to do for science, because he's already cleared one zone, let's just take what should be a pretty confident battle here. We'll do Sith Eternal. We will do 3 Sith with him. And we will do Wat Tambor. Where's my Wat? And plop in a datacron that has the Sith Eternal mechanic. So he'll get 60% of his ult right at the start. We won't get the free turn. We'll link everyone together whose name is Luke. And get this party started. The revive cleanse gives you an extra turn. That's why it works. Without the revive, it's a no-go. Okay, well, let's protect our Sith Eternal here. We'll link up everyone named Luke. Okay. There's that. Oh, we lost one already. Sidious is down. Probably going to lose. Okay, get the ult. And get that done. Get Luke out of here. Get that ability cooling back down. Let's just zap him. There we go. Oh, he came back because we didn't kill him with the... Oh, man. That's awful. That's awful that he comes back. I did not see that coming. I got nothing. All right, we get him down again. All right, and these two guys are linked by... We're good. Messy, but effective. All right. Now, let's try this. Try this Vader-cron. Let's try the Vader-cron. Who all do we want in here? We can do it this way. Do we need any other characters just to buy time and gain speed? We can't put him in, right? We have to have all Relic 5s. To have all Relic 5s in there. Sith and Empire stuff. Alright. What's the... Whenever they inflict a debuff, they get critical chance, which is good. Inflict a debuff, reduce cooldowns. You also need Mara Jade. If I put Mara Jade in, then I can't use the datacron. Right? I mean, doesn't Mara Jade immediately just eliminate my ability to use the datacron? Yes. If she's not Relic 5. Get her to Relic then? Yeah. Yeah, I'll just farm her up to a full 7 stars and get her to Relic in my spare time. She's on my farming tab. I mean, to be honest, she's on the farming tab, and I farm her whenever I have the opportunity, and it's, you know, the quest day and whatever. So I'm working her towards 7 stars. Focused on that profundity journey right now, though. Not willing to deviate too far from that. Why Palpatine lead? I don't know. I've never used this before. Put Vader lead? Or Thrawn lead? Thrawn lead could be interesting here, right? Yeah. 15% protection, offense, 20% turn meter when they resist. And they get maneuver. Vader would be just the offense, right? The removing turn... I guess the removing turn meter could... Can't remove turn meter against JMK, right? I think not. Vader lead if you have the 3rd Zeta. I don't have the 3rd Zeta. Yeah, I don't have the Zeta on his leadership. No Zeta on the Vader lead. You need a pre-taunt tank. I don't have a pre-taunt tank that's high enough relic level. I mean, I don't have a pre-taunt tank. The only tank I have is this Red Trooper. I've got crew on my Optisio account, but I don't have crew built on this account. How are you going to cleanse their debuffs? Guys, I don't expect to win this. I don't expect to win this. I just want to try out the Vader datacron. It's my new toy. I just want to get in there, throw it at the enemy, see what happens. And if if I can clean up enough stuff, maybe I put in Wampa. You know, maybe I can come back in and clean it up with Wampa. You might waste Vader then? So I won't waste Vader. If you look at the teams that we've got arrayed before us, they're all relatively weak teams. So we don't have anything else challenging, and if we can't get through this, we're not going to see the back wall anyway. So we'll be able to clean up everything that he's got down on defense, except this team. I'm going to put Palpatine in the lead just because when debuffs are lost, we get turn meter back. So that can propel some of these other guys to get turn meter, get me some kicks from Thrawn, something like that. We're just going to try it. We're just going to try it and see if it does anything at all. And if Cat comes across and kills Vader instantly, then we're just done. We're just done. So this is kind of a 20% chance that it's going to do anything effective. But I just want to play around, test the datacron. Squad arena would be a good idea. Okay. All right, well, let's get in there and just mess around. We're just going to get in there and mess around. All right, here we go. Cat's primed and ready to go. Everybody has foresight, so we're just going to do this, And try to get some debuffs on here. Okay, now we can do that. They've all got tenacity, so everything's a no-go. Alright, Thrawn down. Vader's shredded, Vader's dead. That didn't last long. Alrighty. So I think the big takeaway here, though, is that we need to go out here. We need to go to Darth Vader. And for the purposes of the datacron, we got to do this, right? We got to do this to have a chance. So we can put that in. Alright, let's do it right here on stream. Let's go ahead and put it on. Alright. Mod-wise, I've got him fast, 292 speed. Critical damage here. Not so much damage. But I think you want him with speed with the datacron, right? Third Zeta probably wouldn't have helped. The tenacity down was the killer. Yeah. Yep. Alright, well, you know what? We're going to mess around with it some more next time, too. And just see what we can get. I suppose we could go into the arena. Yeah, I don't want to mess around with it right now. Okay, let's get back in here. See what we can get done with ships and the rest of these teams. We've got Rolo here. This is an easy Wampa, right? Nightsisters are kind of like the only thing that we even have to think about too much. I guess they do have a Mando team in here somewhere too. So, what do we want to do against Mando? We can do clones here. At least then, you know, there's a good chance that we'll get the sacrifice instead of losing characters if it comes to that. We can do the clones here. Throw a datacron at them just because, you know, can. Alright. So we'll get this battle taken care of. We'll use either Nest or Wampa up top on that rebel team. And then we'll try to just get max banners on everything else. Okay, let's get Queel out of here as soon as we can. Just try to do as much. There we go. There's the whistling birds. Get him out. Probably going to have to deal with his immune shenanigans here after a second. Don't think we're going to get him killed before he gets to take a turn. Alright then, fine. Waiting on immunity to wear out. Alright. It wore out on Nest. Shakti takes her out. Okay, hit Bo-Katan. Get him out of here. Get Bo-Katan out of here. 62 banners, not great, but, you know, win's a win. All right, let's go clear top now. Fulcrum, Gear 12. Do we even need Kira? I don't think that team has enough single target damage to deal with Nest, so we're just going to take in Nest. Throw a datacron on her because we can. In we go. Trying for good banners here. Bang. Put it on Captain Han. We're going to click auto and then we're going to go talk with chat. The lead Zeta is good to counter Rey. I don't have the Zeta and it works fine on Rey. A speedy Thrawn might be good enough together with a pre-taunt tank. Hey DL, want to see the account I just started yesterday? Well, if you started an account yesterday, not to be rude, but probably not exciting. Unless it was a Horde account and you saved up gear for like 6 months and then bought the hyperdrive bundle, and in one day you've already got 2.8 million galactic power and negotiator fleet and all that going. I've had people do that before. They're like, I'm level 60 and I really, really need help. And I'm thinking, you're level 60. Like, how much help can you need? Like, what help is there? I don't know. You're level 60. At that level, it all feels so obvious to me. All right, we got a trooper team. Do we need Gideon? We can do Piet, Veers, Dark Trooper. Don't know. We don't want to drop a turn and let them get a turn. That's the thing. We can't let them get a turn because if Talzin goes, we lose so many banners. Alright, I'm going to overkill it just because I don't want to lose banners. I would rather, underdog it by 1 and get max banners for no enemies taking a turn than to do it with 2 less and lose 3 banners from protection loss. Alright, link up the Dark Trooper. Gets us around to this Veers. Let's see. I think we want to kill... Oh, wow. Okay, so his zombie isn't even big enough to trigger the extra life phenomena. Good. Alright. 66 banners. Beautiful. Let's see. Where do we want to Wampa? We can Wampa the Phoenix that we've got down at the bottom. We can let's pick our Beskar team. Right? And then kick out a couple characters. We'll kick out the Queel in the IG-88. And we'll just do it with 3. See if we can pull in a few extra banners here. Level 60. Keep clicking stuff with a red dot on it. Yeah. I mean, that's kind of how it is, right? I mean, the amount of stuff that you have to do at level 60 is like... Alright, 67 banners there. High banner wins. Okay, let's go down bottom here. We've got Phoenix to clean up. And this Jedi team of some kind. Wampa this. And I think this is where we'd love to have that Savage Oppress Omicron, right? Because we could just bring Savage in and do the other one for, you know, max underdog banners. Oof. That Wampa. Bam. 69, dude. Dat Wampa dough. Alright, who do we have that can solo this team? Grandmaster Yoda. I don't think they have any stuns, right? Does he have a stun? Turn the tide, physical damage, potency up, superior blade work. There's no stuns there, right? Alright, here we go. Don't drop a battle. Mon Mothma. Yeah. Yeah, bringing a solo Mon Mothma, that'd be effective. Ooh, counterattacks. Holy cow. That's no good. Ability blocks. Oh no, Yoda's dying. Dodged. Get him. Luminari. Dodged. Get him. Go back there. Get him. Foresight. Dodged. Yeah. Alright. Yoda. 68 banners. Ain't no 69, but 68. Pretty good efficiency. That first round of counterattacks is... Oh! What's this? No Executor on defense. Interesting, interesting. Does he have that TIE interceptor? Let's take a look here real quick. Look at Empire, see what we're up against here. Yes, he has the TIE interceptor. So we can expect that Empire fleet is probably the best fleet that he has on defense. So we can do Negotiator here. We can do Malevolence here. And then clean up the bottom fleet. Should be good. Take a look here at our Separatistas. Do that, do that. I think we bring in Plo here. Just in case we need to stabilize. Put the other Geo in there. I don't think we'll need a third reinforcement, but I could see a scenario where we would want to clear off some fire or something like that with Plo, so let's try this. Nobody expects the Yoda solo. Going for Lord Vader as my first GL crazy? Yes. Going for Lord Vader as your first GL is... you'll spend a lot to try to get those relic levels, and the payout that you get will be less than you expect in terms of Lord Vader. He's a good GL, but only when you get him backed up with a bunch of other characters at high relic level. So for a brand new account to afford, first of all the relic levels that you need to build him as a GL in the first place, and then also all the relic levels that you need for his team, it's pretty rough. Okay. So I am being crushed by this Empire team. Let's get Vader out of here. Okay. Ouch. Sunfac down. Try to get buzz droids on somebody. Dodge. Get another little ship. The spy is our only real ship right now. On fire again. No dodges, please. No dodges. I actually want to bring this in right now. If I bring in Plo, Plo's just going to die. We got to get another ship out of here. All right, there we go. Reinforcements incoming. Is that the TIE Echelon? It is. Let's get this TIE fighter out of here. Get that gone. When Tarkin does his ult, we're in trouble. We are in trouble when the ult comes. But maybe we can get him down before he gets there. No, here it is. Here it is. Oh, woof. Oof. Them some ugly banners. So much damage up front with that. Yikes. Alright, let's do a Galactic Republic fleet here. 2 reinforcements should be enough. Let's go. Lord Vader right now is basically broken good, but you won't get him time and profit from the datacron, is what Arba means. And then his DC is going to run out with other GLs. Will have a datacron again. Yeah. I don't think that... I mean, you're not going to build a new account based on datacrons, I would hope. But if you just take Lord Vader as your first GL, like I said, it's not bad. He's a good GL. But it is just a ridiculous amount of relic investment to get that team up and running well. And at the end of the day, that's really it, right? It's yes, I have the willpower to spend all of those relics on Lord Vader and not get frustrated, or no, I don't. That's the equation at the end. Not too crazy. All right, let's see what we can do with a rebel fleet. Biggs, the Rebel Y-Wing, Han's Millennium Falcon. Yeah, let's put the Oot Rider in here instead of that Ghost, just for fun. Never mind, we don't have Dash built up at all yet, so... why is this ship so big? Oh, really? Hey, we got the... well... one Gear 12 character in that ship, and the GP just goes crazy. It's weird. Alright, let's go. Got my first GL SLKR at 5.6 million GP because I went core first. Just 7-starred Bo-Katan, meaning I 7-starred the last character I needed for a JMK. Rush, it's a great day to be an Inquisitor. Nice. Alright. Spin move, I think we'll just do damage. We'll let him hit my Millennium Falcon once. Let him hit it once. If they can, catch me if you can, guys. BTLB Y-Wing hanging out here with the Radis fleet. It's kind of weird. Alright. Still don't need to spin, haven't taken any damage yet. We'll do the fast reinforcement and then bring Cassian in right behind it if we need it. Oh, bam. 70 banners. Good stuff, guys. Clears us another zone. And then if for some reason my opponent isn't done and was planning to clear ships, it's fine. I mean, even if he can go in there and clear these ships somehow, he's still going to have a dropped battle there, and there's no way he's going to match my efficiency on these other team kills. So I think it's a victory for the Loquitur account. Victory. It put us at 1-1. 12:55 my time. Means we got 5 more minutes till our fleet payout. Let's go ahead and take a stab at getting in top 5. We'll roll on in against another Inquisitor here. Let's see. Target my Razor Crest. Oh, they targeted the Hound's Tooth. It's actually going to be bad for me. My Razor Crest will go too soon now. Okay. And we actually have to do this. As horrible as that is. And got to cleanse the debuff off of this Razor Crest. Mark his Razor Crest. See if we can kill it before he gets to heal it. Probably not. The battle just doesn't go right when they don't target my Razor Crest first. Alright, let's stun him. No stun available. Oh, he's already got the locked down. He got the heal off. We can just do this. Nothing to see here. Moving right along. Alright, let's catch up on chat. If you have only JMK Rex, I do recommend getting the stuff for GG and gas out of the way. Alex says, trust me, you'll love my account. .3PO Mon Mothma. Oh, Alex just keeps saying I'll love it. He hasn't told me what I'll love about it yet, though. I have Gas Cat and pretty much all the JMK requirements already. Nice. Lord Vader will be fun to go for since I run 3 accounts in total and each has gone a different direction. I'm currently working on Ewoks to get 3PO so I can get my 3rd C-Pit team. Nice. Well, Lord Vader requires gas, right? So you have to build gas first if you're going to build Lord Vader first. At least I assume you'd go a gas first path. Take the time to do clones or just go gas and just use the ragtag clones and go straight into Vader. Relic the clones that you need for his journey for sure. Yeah. So go for gas first, then probably relic all the clones, right? Follow that up with Bad Batch. Have 2 clone teams. I have some lower star profundities in my shard. Way easier to climb against with my 5-star Executor. Nice. Alex just wants me to take a look at this account. I don't know if I'm being baited or if it's for real, but I'm not going to look at the account on stream today. Not going to do it. Not going to get baited into something. All right. Well, we gotta see if we can get Lord Vader datacron over here. Right? Do I have materials to even work on this? I don't have any money. Light side. That has to be dark side if we want to go for it. I think I have one dark side already done, but I've re-rolled that a couple times. So, don't have materials for that. So we've got a grit datacron over here now. But nothing for Vader yet. Yeah, this one's out of money all the time. And I don't really want to spend shard shop currency on the Obtisio account at this point in the game. If datacrons were permanent, I might do it, but knowing that it's going to be here and go away after a while. Whereas if I spend my shard shop currency on actually, in fact, relicing a character that will stay relicked forever. Easy decision to make. We do have that Cassian dangerously close to relic in only 1 week. If we could get enough of these med packs, we might be able to finish it out in a week. But then I got to go right back to the same, the same finisher, same furnaces. Ugh. So sick of farming that piece, it's not even funny. Ships, this is just, it continues to be so weird to me. Like the Xanadu Blood, I get shards of this and like IG 2000 refuses to drop for me. Statistically, I've gotten so few of these, it's crazy. Such bad statistics on that ship. Just randomly on my account. Pistons U-Wing's almost done. We got the Outrider. Where's the Outrider? There it is. 15 out of 100 on the Outrider so far. Should be on track with that for this profundity journey. Still got... What? Oh, I put it on the Chewbacca journey. That's why that's there. Still got a lot of characters to relic though, so... Plenty of time. 2, 3, 4, 5... 2, 4, 6, 8... Probably about 10 weeks out. Probably about 10 weeks out still on that profundity journey. I'm excited though, guys. I'm excited. Ooh! That puts me right at Christmas time, doesn't it? Let's see if I can get the profundity for Christmas. It'll be my Christmas present. Merry Christmas to me. Can you do some territory war? Probably not. Jeff Lowe says, hi DL, go for JKL or Relic. Consolidate after getting JMK and Executor. That was my first question for all the gas GG discussion. Thank you. So go for Jedi Knight, Luke, or Relic up and consolidate the roster after getting JMK. You definitely want to take the time to make your JMK team what you want. So when I built the JMK team on Loquitur, I took some time. I took the Mace Windu up with some extra relic levels. Let's see, where is it? Yeah, so this isn't the team. I've got Kenobi split out so that I can do 2 teams for Conquest. But Kenobi, General Kenobi, Mace, Ahsoka, and then Cat. So I spent the time putting the relic levels on these characters that I want. Took Mace up to relic 6. And made this team work like I wanted it to work before I moved on to anything else. So I would say for sure, regardless if you have Cat or not, once you have Kenobi, finish that team. Take the time to make that team the best version of that team that you can, because it's literally the best team in the game. So spend the time on it. Let's say you don't have Cat, then you probably want to put Padme into that team. And again, you probably want your Padme to be Relic 7 if you can. I like the 2 tanks. I like the 2 tanks a lot. So I might do something like Padme, Mace, Kenobi, and Ahsoka old school Ahsoka. But definitely build them up. As to consolidating, my method on the Loquitur account has been to do a couple relics in between every journey. So I'll do a journey, and then I'll do a couple relics, do a journey, do a couple relics. So, we finished up with the Executor journey. We got that Executor. Started on the Profundity journey. And, I took the time out in between to relic the clones for Cam mission. And I also got Wampa relicked, and I feel like there might have been one more character in that cycle that I relicked. So took a little break, did like 5 or 6 relics, and then back into another journey. So that's what I would say if you want to take some time to shore up the account with like the 2 or 3 characters that you really want to get to relic. That makes sense in between journeys. If you stop off for like, okay, well, I'm going to do Revans and Malak and all that stuff and then get back to journeys. I guess that's a bad example because Malak is a journey also. Revans and Malak are a journey. But let's say, I don't know, whatever, there's like 10 characters that you want to relic. I wouldn't do that. I would just keep chugging along with the journeys. Do the best you can with the rest. The Starkiller journey is good already, and with these characters pretty soon coming to double drops, I feel like as soon as those characters become double drops, that Starkiller journey should be a pretty huge priority for most accounts. Finish up whatever project you're on and then kind of do that Starkiller journey as a little bridge. It's a total of 8 relics. You got to relic the 4 characters as a requirement, Starkiller himself, and then 3 other characters for his team. And it's a couple light side, couple dark side characters, so you can take advantage of datacrons all the time in some way. The Omicrons make it fantastic in Grand Arena. So I feel like that'll become the premium journey for most of us. Like, what should I do when I finish up my current Galactic Legend? The answer is always going to be Starkiller. I mean, once it's double drops, the answer is always going to be Starkiller. Kind of like how I'm recommending Profundity to almost everybody right now, because it's just, if you don't have an Executor, you need to get the Profundity. One or the other. As to doing TW, a lot of times on the Abtesio account, we're fighting at the TWs that are like punching way above our weight. So most of the time when I go into these TWs, it's just going to be me looking at a wall of stuff that I can't even fight. Yeah. Full relic teams of Malgus, Rey, Darth Revan, CLS. Yeah, I have my clone team, right? So I've got clones. My clones can do something. But I don't feel like my clones are going to be a very good bet against any of this stuff. And then this is blocked off, and it has the no-go symbol, so it's a no-go. We wait in Territory Wars. Thanks, DL. I have Cat, but by the time I get JMK, I'll need to relic them all up. It's going to be a pain. That's not too bad. I mean, it's 3 or 4 characters is at worst 2 months, right? So it's all good. Ray says, I feel like Cam is so underwhelming these days compared to all the marquees and legendaries. All I do is stick him with Qui-Gon Jinn. He has very little use outside of GAC. I agree with you, Ray. It's weird. Like, guilds are still super gung-ho about Cam shards. And I'm with you. I'm like, okay. But once you get Cam, meh. I'm with you. I think most guilds are very quickly going to turn their focus away from that stuff and into whatever new content is available with Jabba and the new territory battles. That'll be the new, like, how to get how to get the attention of a guild. Alright, well let's get into the GAC over here on Obtisio. I gotta remember that we said we were going to be more descriptive, at least in a couple of the team battles. So we'll do that. We'll try to get a good explanation for some people on at least a couple things. 6 million galactic power is my opponent. 2.4 in ships, 3.5 in characters. Fighting up almost to the same galactic power that the Loquitur account was fighting. Facing up Jedi Master Luke. You've got, of course, JTR in here, Jedi Knight Luke, CLS, all part of that journey. Revan's Malik's Relic 4. Treya is relic in here. Triumvirate, Darth Nihilus is here. So, yeah. This is another one of these accounts where if my opponent does decide to play, it's, yeah, it's over. What are you going to do? Nothing. 297. Fastest non-GL character on Revan. 290 on Shock T. Overall, the mods are pretty mediocre on this account. 284 on R2. But when you got this many teams and you can put that many relics down on defense, it's not really even relevant. Fleet-wise, got the Negotiator, Malevolence built out, all these other capital ships, several relic ones. So I have pretty much no chance in ships. And yeah, let's hope he doesn't play. Okay, that hope is gone. He played. Ooh, he gave me 69 points though. Check him out. So confident in his winning strategy, he didn't even put a third defense down up front. Yep, there's not much to be done over here. See if we can get a few wins. Get some cash in the bank. Let's kill these Nightsisters first. Let's make a simple team here. We'll make a little team. We'll beat the Nightsisters. And I feel like I want Wat Tambor in here. That way I don't have to worry about the resurrects. Oh, wait. Oh, yeah, zombies in. Zombies in there. Okay. So we can put Wat Tambor in here. Put the weapon tech on Vader. That way, once we kill a Nightsister, we don't have to worry about seeing him again ever. This should be fast enough to get all over the top. We'll try to kill Talzin first, actually. Usually want to kill Daka first, but if we've got weapon tech on Vader, nothing's coming back. Okay, so let's take the time, and we'll talk through this and kind of explain how everything works. So the Blast Tech weapon mod gained 15% turn meter at the start of each enemy's turn. And the second part's really what we're looking for. Enemies defeated by this character can't be revived. So once the weapon tech is on Vader, any Nightsister he kills is going to stay dead. Mother Talzin leadership says they have extra potency and speed. When a Nightsister ally uses a special ability, they inflict plague. When an enemy resists a detrimental effect, they gain turn meter. When they use a basic, a random defeated Nightsister is revived with 50% health and called to assist. But if we've killed everything with Vader with weapon tech, then nothing can be revived. And this whole super annoying part of the skill just goes away. Zombie says the first 2 times that a Nightsister dies, they come back to life. Now, unfortunately, for the zombie itself, when Nightsister zombie is defeated, they're revived, and it can't be prevented. So unfortunately, that weapon tech trick does not extend to the zombie itself. So she can't be killed by the weapon tech. But basically, we're just going to go fast. We're going to come in here, put weapon tech on, try to get Talzin out of there, start getting kills with Vader, and then just run the battle from there. Cam is so good if you have JML. Basically, it allows you to split your teams in a way where JML still beats basically everything, and you can have the Jedi Knight Rev and Jedi Knight Luke team. So Cam is really about Jedi Master Luke. Interesting. Alright, here's the weapon tech. Put that on Vader. We can do a Force Crush first. The debuffs will get us a free turn with the Palpatine lead. Then we can Merciless Massacre. And we've only got 3 debuffs on Mother Talzin, but we're going to go ahead and try the culling and see if we can get her out of here fast. We did. Okay. So she's dead for good. Not going to be resurrected by skills or any other means. Now the zombie we can kill, but she comes right back and there's nothing we can do about that. Mara Jade gets to go. Merciless again. We'll get her out of here with a basic. We'll do some basics over here. Hit. And call. Alright. Relic Nightsister's down. Quite convenient with that weapon tech. Alright, now we've got Grievous. We've only got a Gear 12 Wampa, unfortunately. I wonder if we've got enough power with our Mon Mothma team. Wonder. So we could do something like this. Yeah, I don't think we're going to have enough health and protection to live through all the area effect stuff that they're going to put down. That's probably not going to work. Let's do the Qui-Gon team. See what we can get done with the Qui-Gon team, and then come in and clean it up with the Mon Mothma team if we just get 1 or 2 things down here. If we can just kill like Newt and the Magna Guard, that's enough. See what we can do. Cam does good things to the Qui-Gon team. Alright, share some buffs here. Let's see what we can do with this battle droid. I mean, we've got Ahsoka on the team, so we're going to get some cleanses off here. We're going to save the big hit for right now. Okay, 19 stacks. We got to get the taunt off of Magna Guard somehow. Not going to happen. Well, that'll get the taunt off Magna Guard, but then Grievous is going to kill everybody. 10 stacks. Alright, alright. We did get him. Grievous killed him. We took off from 10 stacks, he went to 8. Grievous went, did damage to him, and killed him. So now we can clean it up with Mon Mothma. Should be good. Still a lot of damage Grievous can do with his area effects, but you know, we'll get the B2 down right away and just take the damage. And then he doesn't get to reset his cooldowns every 5 seconds, and should be able to pick him apart. All right. Through to the back wall. Here we go. Hey, gave me some more banners for free. We got the Geos. I think we're going to do the same thing we did last time. I think we'll put in Treya. We will put in Kylo and I feel like Kylo might need just a little bit of a boost here. Is there anything we can put in here that'll help the Kylo? We could just use troopers instead. Well, no, we don't want to do that. We want to try to cheese these. With a relic spy, I think he just dies, right? I think he just dies with a relic spy. All right, let's take troopers in here, get our money, get our zone. And then that's probably going to be it for the GAC for this account. Could try Iden in here first. Feel like that's not going to work. Alright, let's just do it this way. See what we can get done. Okay, gonna drain their turn meter first. Set them on 0 turn meter so that we can do our thing for a long time without them getting a turn. Oh, the trooper team, so beautiful. Look at this. Look at this control, this domination. These Geos just fading away. Feels pretty good. All right. Now let's go up top. Can try this Iden team, I guess. Let's try the Iden team just for fun. I know it's not going to beat a Relic CLS team. Also not going to beat Gas. But just for funsies. Let's see what we can get done. One trooper down. 3 seconds into the match. Oof. 2 troopers down. We can do that, but they're just going to remove. Yep, just going to remove the buffs. Ew, wow, nothing. Look at this Chewbacca. Stout. Stout Baka. Yep, there we go. All right, so we're done. We are done. We are beaten by the 6 million GP opponent. All right, well, unfortunately, he chose to play against us. Play or not to play, and he played, and we lost. And that's going to be it. Alrighty, y'all. Anything, any other, easy for me to say. Any other questions y'all might have here at the end of the stream? Got some things I want to do today, so I'm looking to wrap this one up a little bit early. But if you got any last minute questions, let me know. Otherwise, I'll go through the spiel and sign off and do my thing. All right, well, I don't see any questions coming through, y'all, so that's going to wrap it up for today. Both accounts are going to be 1-1. We lost on Loquitur and won on Opticio in the first round. Opposite results in the second round, so we'll go into the third matchup at a 1-1 record on each account. See if we can pull out that 2-1. I think that's the ideal spot to be. Anytime I can pull down a 2-1, I'm pretty satisfied. So that's what we'll look to do. Benny Lau says, remember to hit that like saber. Yeah, hit that like saber on the way out if you didn't hit it on the way in. It's easy, it's fun, it's fast. You get confetti when you do it, so help me out. I would appreciate that. Subscribe if you want to watch more stuff like this in the future. And, of course, join us over on the Discord. Discord's a really wonderful place to be for just about any players. New players can pick advice up from the experienced people that are over there. And we've got a lot of experienced people that just chat among themselves about stuff. So whether you're a new player or old player, whether you even if you're not very talkative, you can just hang out and watch what other people are saying. So it's pretty nice, pretty safe community to be part of. Link is in the description of the holocron down below. Just click on that, and I certainly hope to see you over there. Thank you all for watching, and I'll hopefully see you all tomorrow in round 3 GAC holocron.